guys, hello. It is Kami here. This is my first time doing a voiceover kind of chat over one of my drawing videos. So this is new. Um, Probably should have planned what to talk about, but I guess I'll just talk about the drawing. So, um, for this drawing in particular, it's actually one of the pages that I am working on for my coloring book, which unfortunately is not here yet. I wanted it to be out sooner rather than later, but stuff happens. So, yeah, it is still a work in progress, and I wanted to kind of just like show everybody like my progress, my process, and how I guess create the pages for this coloring book. Just kind of you guys following along with me. Obviously, I'm not going to show all the pages in the coloring book because I kind of want some of them to be a surprise. But yeah, I thought it would be nice to show off the progress for these coloring pages in my book. So, right now I am actually working on doing a fantasy coloring book. So it's all the kind of like all the mythical creatures in here. I didn't want to repeat mythical creatures, so I'm trying to find as many different mythical creatures as I can. Um, yeah, because I think so far I've done the fairy, which is for this video. I've also done a demoness, and I also think I've done a demon, like just two demons, but like one's male, one's female. Um, I also think I've done a mermaid so far. Also, I've done a vampire and a witch. The witch is my favorite one. Like that's kind of what inspired this whole coloring book. Like someone told me they wanted to color my drawing, and yeah, I was like, you know what? People tell me they want to color my line art because they like it. So I was like, why not make art specifically for it? So, oh my god, excuse me. So yeah, that's kind of what inspired this little journey that I am taking right now. It is a long process, a lot longer than I would have liked it to be, but I also don't want to rush it and then it doesn't turn out um, good. Like I want it to be quality. I want it. I want it to be good. Like I don't want it to be bad. So yeah. Um. Because right now I'm just mostly just working on like the face area. Um. What really inspired this? I guess what I can talk about is what inspired this particular piece. What really inspired this piece was one. I love fairies. Like my spirit, I'm a fairy, hands down. But like what inspired this piece was that I just wanted my coloring book to sort of include more plus size like people, like in, because I know in art a lot of the times it's like kind of like small petite to like mid-sized girls. And yes, we have the thick girls, but not everyone has a snatched waist. So I wanted to draw a fairy that represented my body type and others who have a body type similar to mine. So, yeah, that's why I did this. Well, that's why I made the piece how I did. You can't really see right now the rest of her body, but you will in a minute. Or not in a minute. It probably won't be a minute before you see it. But right now I'm just kind of working on her clothing. And I really, like, I just, with the clothing, I really like kind of like gypsy, like very just like ethereal, like floating, wrapping clothing. So I did my best to embody what I loved. You can see here, I was like doing like these lines because they're supposed to be dreads, but like I think I just end up erasing it because I just didn't like how it looked. Like I didn't like how it looked. Yeah. So I decided to just leave them plain. So like when people color it, they can just do the texture for the dread. Um, but yeah. So this is very just like I just like really ethereal, like gypsy almost like I like dangly jewelry type things. Like this honestly, I feel like when I drew this character, it was like me embodying who I wanted to be if I were a real life fairy, you know? And I don't really see very many representations of uh, plus size fairies. Like, I know that they have them out there, I've seen them, but it's not like something that is highly represented. I don't know if you can see now in this sketch. She kind of has like a little fupa. That's what I mean. Like my body type. Like I have a little fupa, and I just want other people with their little fupas to feel included, especially those who are very much into fairies and mythical creatures and all kind of fantasy like lore and things like that. Like I just wanted them to feel represented. Like honestly, that's just what I want. I want people to feel represented through my art, and I also just want to spread like joy and happiness. Like I want people when they see my art to just like feel happy about it. Like I don't want any people sad with my art. At least I try not to, but sometimes as artists we get into those kind of moods where we're just like I don't want to draw anything nice and happy. I want to draw something sad because that's how I feel. But for this piece specifically, I just wanted to embody like kind of joy, happiness, and like body positivity and inclusivity. So yeah, I hope you guys can see what I tried to do here. Um, yeah, I'm not sure really what else to talk about. Um, I don't know. I might actually speed up this clip because it is a little bit slow. I kind of wanted to keep this under 20 minutes. So, yeah. But yeah, you can see here now that I'm going in and sketching, or not sketching, doing the line art for her little fupa, and you're seeing a bit more of the detail for her clothing on the bottom part. Whenever I zoom out, I'm not really sure where that part is, but yeah, whenever I zoom out, you'll just see kind of like where I try to make the clothing very loose, very flowing. I see right there. It's just very like it's hugging her figure, but it's also very loose and freeing. Like if you try to imagine like a fabric that's almost sheer but not quite. It's just like that really thin, loose, breathable, like flowing fabric, and that's kind of just like what I wanted to um represent here. Honestly, I feel like I should have used a reference for the way that skirt flows, but like I don't know. I feel like it looks good. Like I've drawn this kind of fabric flow before. Like it's honestly one of the it's one of my favorite ways to draw fabric. So yeah, well, not my favorite way to draw fabric, but like it's the one where I'm like confident enough where I'm like, I don't feel like I need a reference because I've drawn this type of flowing fabric so much. So maybe that's a sign that I need to branch out a little bit more. But you know, I'm slowly getting there. So I have been working on other things. Like you can see here, I've been working on feet. When I had this sketch, actually, you know what? Sketch that. I lied. I did use a reference. I used reference for the fabric of the flowiness, not an exact reference like copy, but I did use reference, and I also used reference for the feet because you know hands and feet aren't my forte. They're still a work in progress for me, and since this is going to be in my coloring book, I did want to make sure that it looked like good. Like I wanted to make sure you could tell like those were her little toes and everything. Like I wanted to make sure it looked very nice. As for the hands, I kind of just hid them under the fabric. So yeah. I might cut out that last little part in the video just because uh, it was a little shaky. I need to get a new what's it called? Not like a tripod. I mean, I guess in a way it's a tripod. A phone stand. I have like one of those really super bendy ones, like really long ones, but it broke. So it's extremely wobbly. Anytime I move or draw or create a stroke, like you could see throughout the whole video that it's so there's like a little bit of shaking, so there's like no stability. Like I don't have my own desk space right now, so I kind of just use this table that I have um to draw on. Like it's like one of those like small like unfoldable tables that you can kind of like have in your bed. So if you want to draw on it or you know eat breakfast on it, like kind of like one of those like breakfast tray type. Oh, excuse me, sorry. It's like um yeah, sorry, it just like totally cut out right there. It is like 11:30, almost 12 o'clock in the morning. Um, so yeah, I'm yawning because I'm a bit tired. But you know, I have a toddler. For anyone who doesn't know, like if you don't follow me like on Instagram or if you haven't been on my YouTube, like when I was like older YouTube videos, they're not shown anymore. I think I hid them because kind of revamped my channel a little bit. But I have a 3-year-old little girl, and oh boy, she's so busy, busy, busy. But yeah, late at night as a mama is really the only time I can like film or just record anything. So yeah, and I've been like putting off doing the voiceover for this video because I had no idea what I wanted to talk about. But you know what? Who was I kidding? Who was I fooling? I talk all the time. No, I have a tendency to ramble on, so I don't know why I was worried about not having anything to say. Yeah, as you can see here, I do quite a bit of erasing because in my sketch I did not establish what was going to happen here, I was like, it's okay. When I get to the line art, I'll just figure it out. So in the end, I just decided to bunch up the fabric. No reference, of course. I probably will go back and look up a reference of someone like ripping a sheer like see-through fabric because I want it to look uh, better because it is a little messy, a little unclear. I mean, it's you have a general idea like she's grabbing the fabric, but I want it to look. Oh, there goes that shaky camera work again. Sorry about that, guys. I wanted it to look more, a little more realistic, unless like I just boop out of my brain with no idea what I was doing. So yeah, here you can see I'm just going back into like the details of the face and just trying to make sure like the face honestly is like my favorite part. So anytime you see my art, just know that the face is probably gonna be like the best looking part of it because it's my favorite part of drawing is the face. So yeah. Here I actually probably should mention the program I'm using here actually is Procreate. If you didn't know, but I have been I recently got a Clip Studio Paint and oh my god, I just fell in love with one of the brushes I use on there. Like maybe I don't know on like my story or something. I could like post a quick clip of what I'm talking about. But shameless plug. Follow me on IG at OhhKamii Arts. But yeah, maybe I'll post like a quick clip on my story or something of what I'm talking about with Procreate versus Clip Studio Paint. But oh my gosh, I downloaded these free brushes from what's his name? Let me think. Mark. He's like a YouTuber who I guess was like an animator or illustrator or something of the sort. I don't really remember. It's late. My brain is like tired. But like he has like the art school thingy, like the YouTube art school or whatever. If you know what YouTube art school is, you know what I'm talking about. But the guy, his first name is Mark, I believe, and he has like these starter brushes that he has for free. And I downloaded them, and oh my god, the sketch brush. I think it's not a sketch brush. I think it's like a line art brush. It says line art, but like it's very sketchy. And oh my gosh, I used it on Procreate, and I was like, oh, it's not turning out how I want to. I went into Clip Studio Paint, and oh my god, like it was beautiful. Like it performed how I wanted it to. It performed how I expected it to. And to me, that was just great. Like chef's kiss right there. So I've been kind of playing around with that a little bit. I'm gonna see more into it because obviously I'm not familiar with the program, so I am going to continue to use. Sorry, I thought my daughter woke up. It's just a neighbor's dog. Hear a dog barking. I'm like, oh, sorry, I thought it was my daughter. Sorry. I'm gonna turn off the music in the background for a minute. Sorry, I'm probably gonna have to like edit that out because I have Spotify playing in the background for my daughter because she likes to go to sleep with music on it. I don't have the. I don't really use Spotify, so I don't have the premium, so it plays commercials. But where was I? I think I was talking about the neighbor's dog. Anyways, back to the art. Anyways, for the wings, oh my god, I had so much trouble. Like I did the wings so many times over. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. until eventually I decided to go for a like more like Tinkerbell, I guess, butterfly-esque wing, adding like lots of swirls and stuff. Well, not lots, obviously. There's a few swirls in there, but with the wings, it was so hard to just figure out what I wanted to do for the wings. I don't know. I'm kind of like, this is how I draw normally. I just jump all over the place, like wherever I just feel like I need to do something. Like I'll go back in and do like little details here and there, add some like under shadows, and then I'll go back to doing something else. Like, need to get it together. But yeah, the wings were a bit of a challenge to do because I didn't really know what I wanted in regards to the design. But I settled for this kind of made up swirly pattern type thing on here. So yeah. Um, yeah, honestly, I can't think of anything else really to say. And I'm like really tired. I just want to go to sleep. Normally, I wouldn't be this tired and I wouldn't mind staying up, but I'm actually pregnant right now, so a little baby in my tummy makes me tired, plus 3-year-old, like, I'm exhausted. So, yeah. Uh, this is just the pattern I did for, like, the wings. And I think it actually, in the sketch, I didn't really like it, but I think it turned out pretty good. Like, it's not too detailed. I really like detail. It's not too detailed, but I like how it has some detail, but it's also simplistic at the same time. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for just tuning in and watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and just relax and enjoy the rest of this speed draw of my fairy coloring. There's just not much left to go other than the wings and maybe some details on the fabric. So, yeah, thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
I'm driving down an empty freeway. No waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
Hey guys, it is OhhKamii again. Don't forget to check out my last video of my demon S painting, and I'll see you soon. Bye!